Amy M. Arisco Geriak was one of the program's most versatile and accomplished swimmers, graduating as the program record holder at all 3 butterfly and all 3 IM distances, as well as in the 200 freestyle and with 4 relays. Over 4 years, Amy was all New England a total of 20 times in 5 different individual events and with 4 different relays, and was all Little East 17 times in 7 different individual events and with 5 relays. Today, Amy still holds program records in the freestyle, butterfly, IM, and with 2 freestyle relays.
Good evening. My name is Amy Golis, and I served as the assistant coach throughout the career of Amy Arisco Geriak, one of the most talented and versatile swimmers to grace the Eastern Swimming program. Amy is one of those tremendous athletes who arrived quietly in the fall of 2007 and made an immediate impact. We quickly learned that we could put Amy in just about any event and she would race it like she had been swimming it all her life. Though her freshman season was interrupted, I think we saw the first true signs of her competitive fierceness at the NEISDA Championship that first year. We had known throughout the season that Amy was a quiet competitor, getting up and swimming her races without a show of dramatics, but this meet stands out for me as the point where we knew for sure that Amy was something special and was going to do amazing things in her career. Amy is a quiet leader, first one on deck, working hard through each practice, taking advice and fine-tuning her strokes, even her still world-famous breaststroke, all for the benefit of her team. We truly knew that Amy was going to be a swimmer to be contended with, and that the bigger schools would have to take notice of her. I think Amy realized it too, because the following seasons only got better. She settled into her groove, which typically involved the individual medley events and butterfly, and always involved herself in the lead A relays. The next year, it was winning the 400 IM at the championships, which any swimmer can tell you takes a very special person. 4 laps of all 4 strokes swum at top speed. It is grueling and exhausting, and you can't be successful in that IM and not be a league leader in each of the strokes. She blew our record out of the water, and just like that, another New England champion arrived in an Eastern Warriors swim cap. And that was Amy. She just continued her quiet march through the New England swimming community. The next year as a junior was the year I was honored to have Amy break my 50 butterfly record and watch her go sub 2 minutes in her anchor of the 800 free relay and sub 55 seconds in her anchor of the 400 free relay. I would be there again her senior year to watch my 100 butterfly record change hands to this other Amy as well. Sitting quietly with her behind the blocks as her race approached is a memory that's still bright in my mind. You knew she was going to go out there and grind that race because you could feel it coming off of her. She knew how hard she worked, and she wasn't going to let anyone undercut her. Amy is a truly special woman, and I am proud to have been able to share the same pool and record board with her, and I'm thrilled to have her join Sarah Barber and I on the wall of the Eastern Alumni Athletics Hall of Fame.
When she first showed up as a freshman, her early years, right away, she was all systems go. She was the first girl in practice and like the last one to leave.
I knew that Amy was, a good swimmer. She was a good butterfly swimmer. But it was really when we went to the St. Joe's Pentathlon and she won that year as a sophomore, beating everybody out in that whole place. That's when I really realized that, wow, she is a great swimmer, a really great swimmer.
She would practice, not just to get through practice. A lot of swimmers go, oh, gee, we got 2 more hours to go and so many yards. But she was focused on her races or her big race coming up.
Amy worked very hard. She was just constantly working hard in the pool, swimming really hard during practice, in her events and in her races. She was very focused. And
she was always a leader, and we'd say, you go over there and swim the next set of hundreds with Amy. And then she'd wear that person out. We'd say, hey, come on over here and swim with Amy. Sometimes we had to go through a couple swimmers.
She made everybody feel comfortable. She made everybody feel welcome. And she was a very, very supportive teammate all around.
She was very competitive in the water, but she didn't really give off a competitive presence on the pool deck. She was very humble, very, soft-spoken, very reserved. And then once she got in the water, she just blew it away.
Amy knew what she was doing all the time. And she knew when to hold back a little, for a big kick later on in a race. She was always ready, and she swam purposely. Amy could beat anybody coming down for the last length of a race. She was fun to watch.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to present a 2025 inductee into the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletics Alumni Hall of Fame, Amy M. Arisco Geriak.